It would look a lot cooler in a spy movie about making this hospital stream. Oh no, another Prime original advertisement on Twitch. Anyway, we appear to be live on both YouTube and Twitch, so I've done my due diligence.
Well, at least it was a different ad, and it wasn't the same old ad.
Well, it's still about Jeremy Clarkson.
Hello, Bernie. Welcome to the stream.
He's calling us salad.
Yeah.
Probably because, I don't know, you've got the personality of a lettuce and I'm a carrot. I feel like this can be taken as an insult. Not the carrot thing. We always appreciate the carroty girth that comes with carrots. Hello, Lieutenant Lucan.
Who says, hello there, it's still not a bagel metaphor.
We're working on that.
And Bernie says, hey, where are the beebs? Where are the boobs? And more importantly, where are the voluminous posteriors? Yeah, there was no beep boop test in chat.
It already happened way before you looked.
Oh, I see.
Before anyone looked. Bell also points out that girth is important, especially in carrots, everybody. I want you to know that.
Hello,
I
Matthew.
drink a glass of carrot juice daily to maintain my... never mind, I'll go on about that later on. Say hello to her, Matthew.
I just did.
Yeah, but say it again, just so I can hear it.
Hello, Matthew.
Ah, well done. Yes.
So this is where we say, hello, sexy.
No, you already had your one thing at the very start in chat. You can't have it again.
Oh, right, so we were doing a teaching hospital.
Again?
Smuggly. Yeah, we're getting our first star here. Where were we up to?
Tammy wants to know. Well done saying hello while I'm introducing her. Tammy wants to know what the blazes she logged into. Carroty girth. It's very important when you're making a salad because if you've got those weird shrinkly little tiny carrots, that's just weird and gross. Especially if you cook them because then they're just like stick mushrooms and nobody likes them. Lieutenant Lucan says, we can't defeat them with beep magic. They witness it being written. I'm pretty sure beeps and boops existed before we came up with it, but I appreciate that you might think about it.
Okay, so I remember what was going on here. We're trying to train 3 staff in a very short period of time to try and hit this one. We might get there. And that will count towards our 1 star. 5 patients with turtle heads. That, I think, is what we are researching. Project head office. Yes, that's what we need, isn't it, for that? Meanwhile, hospital's still quite new, but I think we should be doing okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I took all of the nurses out for training.
Yeah, we don't need them anywhere else. It's not like people are dying. Hold on. But also spotted that Lieutenant Lucan gave us a Narnia reference. Have you read Narnia? Have you seen Narnia? They filmed that one, didn't they?
I've read Narnia. I didn't ever see the film.
Okay, so did she recognize the beep magic quote?
No, but it was a long time ago.
Did you read it in German or something, or Spanish? Like the Harry Potter books?
No, I read it in English.
Did you read the Harry Potter books in English? I thought you read one book series in something else.
It was Harry Potter I read in Spanish.
I'm not usually one for suggestions, but the other day I had this great idea and I can't stop thinking about it again. What do we want to, cure some people? This seems to be a very common request in a hospital.
Let's go for it.
Yes. Lieutenant Lucan says, did she know that...
That female breasts were discovered in 2019 when 2 streamers accidentally wrote beeps wrong.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Inspection report now?
Oh, yes, sorry. Mr. Jobsworth has sent us the report from his recent visit. It is 30 pages, so we haven't actually read it, but the conclusion reads, one of our county's better medical destinations, destined to be a favourite for the sickly enthusiast in the know. Well done. An encouraging report from an influential figure in county healthcare.
Oh, very good.
We impressed someone with
Cell?
Oh, hello, Cell Technology. We impressed somebody with a nice hospital.
Yeah.
Hooray us.
We are going to make this, I think. Are we?
A nice hospital?
Yeah,
I doubt it.
No, the trained staff in time.
Maybe. We'll never know. Generally speaking, I'm not very happy with your arrangement of hospitals. It consists primarily out of hallway, and I'm not entirely happy with that. How else are you supposed to create this oppressing feeling if not every hallway is a labyrinthian mess?
I have to send this patient home because we can't yet do that.
What a shame.
And train 3 staff, the request from Jackie Mayonnaise, we succeeded in. Very good.
Hooray.
Which must mean that the nurses are ready to go back to work now.
Did we hire new nurses just now? I thought we looked at them. So we've got too many nurses now.
No, I was looking, but I didn't actually do it.
Ah, well done.
Okay, yes, you can have a promotion. We probably need a few more nurses anyway. Because there was one nurse doing the training and... no, okay. Yeah, no, we're alright for nurses. Yeah. Probably could do with one more though. I've got to be careful because higher.
We're not swimming in cash yet.
No. It's still early days in our hospital.
Well, to be fair, it seems to be perpetually about 9 AM in the morning.
Let's see, gets toilet rage. Positive, green fingers, yet to master cursive. Well, you're very cheap. I think we'll get you. Apparently there is new music in the game. We shall listen for some of that to appear.
I'll be waiting for it with bated breath, but I doubt that anything can live up to that one catchy tune that I haven't found out what it's called yet, still. It's like session, 17? And I didn't look it up so far. It's really hard to look them up, because they've got so much rubbish to sort through. But also points out that swimming in cash is painful anyway. Don't let Dagobah Duck fool you. Well, the difference is he's a duck. They're designed to just float on stuff. Put the duck on the bagel, it floats. So, you know, if you're a duck, you could be rich.
Just looking, I'm sure we got a turtle head that we need to send home. No, apparently
It sounds
not.
like you're discriminating against people. A new illness discovered. Rash, a decision rash. An unpleasant rash triggered when the sufferer is forced to make a decision too quickly.
We'll send rash decision. Oh, very good.
No, it's a decision rash.
Yeah. I hadn't actually got that one today.
What? The decision rash?
The decision rash, yeah. I've only just realised it's a rash decision. Oh, it's like, oh, clever, they switched the words. I hadn't paid attention to that one before.
I feel like I'm missing out on a realisation here.
Yeah. Because, you know, there's always a pun about the thing.
Yeah.
Well, a rash decision is what you make if you've made a decision too quickly.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I'll get back to you about that in about a week or so.
Wow, we've got a conga line coming through.
Yeah, it's a common disease. I'm playing a hat simulation game that does have it a lot. It's a very painful thing to suffer from. Anyway, Lieutenant Lucan wants to know, so Mia, have you decided upon this choice, or my choice, of Wednesday stream game? Is it going to be Sunless Sea? I was actually going to put that up to, chat votes or something, where I arbitrarily assign voting strength to people I like and don't like. Looking at you, Bell, also here.
Astronaut.
What? No, don't do this.
What?
You can't just... What? You're undermining our democracy here.
I wasn't doing that. I was just,
subliminal advertising.
I just happened to get
I'll see you in court.
In my throat there. It was like a...
I'm having tickles here. You can't have them. Anyway, in the meantime...
Go home. Not you.
Yeah, I guess. In the meantime, Bell also says, if I were a duck, I would have to be always on the lookout for his next piece of bread. What an ambitious lifestyle. And he does,
Bernie, no matter how he reacts to this next comment, he does.
Right, Lieutenant Lucan says, imagine if there was a regular, immortal, and indestructible duck trying to kill you.
Well, there's Mia's next nightmare. Yes, Matthew, we like you too. Oh,
yes,
somebody's
but
died.
Now here comes the democracy aspect. Do you like...
Yes, Sel, we like you too.
You're ruining my likeness scale.
But Tammy is still one of our favourites. You're all our favourites.
Yeah, I was about to say everyone here is Sal's favourite. And as soon as everyone's Sal's favourite, nobody is anymore.
There's always room for more technology. And Lieutenant Lucan, you're one of our favourites.
Tammy says she didn't have to ask. So about that duck thing.
Yeah. So
how would you feel about a regular immortal duck and indestructible duck trying to kill you?
So where's this come from?
Lieutenant Lucan. I don't know.
Okay, I just thought I might have missed something.
No,
if it's just a random thing, that's.
It started out with Bell also pointing out that you can't trust Dagobert Duck, or as he's known in the English-speaking horror sphere, Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, I still can't get over that, by the way.
Surgery emergency.
Oh, we have a surgery emergency. Sorry, I missed that. I was consumed by ducks. A group of surgery patients have been expelled from an Warp Wellness Center and are now looking for further treatments. We'll be rewarded if we treat this group of patients, should we have them sent here.
Yeah, we can do spinal BAP, and it will go towards our surgery.
They used to put more puns in these. Where was it? So it started out with the Bill also discussing...
But first of all, Matthew wants to know, can he be your favourite? He doesn't often say boobs. He doesn't...
Let me put it like this. Every single one of you specifically, Matthew, have the potential to be my favourites. It doesn't make you that one yet. You have to work to earn it.
I think it's the other way round with me. You start off as his favourite and then you fall off the list every time you say boobs.
Do you know how far down the ladder you'd be by now, by the way? Diagnosis decision. One of our patients, Florian's Infinity, has been sent to all our diagnosis rooms, but we're only 84% sure of the diagnosis. You could die.
Treat them anyway. We might as well get some cash out of them.
Yeah, for killing them. So where was I? Bloody Dagobert Scrooge McDuck, swimming in money, and now an immortal, indestructible duck is chasing you, and you still haven't told me what you do about it. It's trying to kill you.
Me?
Yes, you! The duck!
Sorry. I was obviously busy running a hospital around here. Yeah?
For crying out loud, that's like a hobby thing you do. This is a life or death matter with a duck trying to murder you. If I was being
chased by a murderous, angry duck.
Yes. It's indestructible and immortal. Would it be considered animal cruelty to give it to a zoo?
No, I don't think so.
Would it be considered animal cruelty to put it in a box? I mean, it's just a regular duck. Then again, it's regular
not that
duck.
Regular, it's immortal.
Well, yeah, except for the immortal and indestructible bit. But otherwise, it's just a regular duck. But it has time. With enough time, it could get out of the box. So if we put like a second box around it, I have about half a human lifetime to come up with a new plan. the new plan is probably going to be put another 2 boxes around the original box.
I think putting it in a zoo is probably the safest thing to do in the short term while we work out what to do.
You meant the more humane thing. I feel like the box is the safer option. Matthew's suggesting that we could just feed it bread. What if that's the reason why it's angry? What if it's gluten intolerant?
Oh god, it's immortal but gluten intolerant.
Gets a soul. How about the soul of confidence or apathy? Chew on that while you listen to this next song.
Doctor required in GP's office.
Right.
Kid.
Lieutenant Lucan, a long time ago, said, well, Mir named a gate after Belorso, so he surely must be respecting him. I mean, now that he's thinking about it. Are you sure? I felt like we named the gate after Belorso to have a bit of a laugh because it's slightly demeaning. But only slightly, it's still a memorial gate. The memorial bit was the more demeaning bit than the gate. You know what I mean. Bell also points out that all stream viewers are equal, but some, in brackets Tammy, are more equal than others.
Do you know
We
what?
still need a head office. Can we do
close.
something about that?
We're close to researching it.
I mean, close to finishing the research or starting?
Close to finishing the research.
Oh, well done.
We'll send them home because, like, if this guy goes on a break or something. Yeah, we're 800 points of the way forward there.
Lazy guy. Cell Technology also points out that if everyone is equal, nobody's equal. Well, no, hold the phone. That's not how equality works. If everyone is equal, then everyone is equal.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine service.
You can only apply that statement to exceptional factors, like if everyone is a large duck.
Then we're all large ducks.
Oh yeah, hold on. That was not an exceptional statement. A differentiating statement with...
if everybody is the tallest, then nobody is the tallest.
Sal, surely you know your comic book heroes, right? Tammy has a question for you. Who would win, Donald Duck, Daffy Duck, or Howard the Duck? I know who I put my money on.
I'd go for Daffy Duck, I think. I think he's... Yeah, I'm not sure why.
He has the cunning of the others, but he has also this weird anger management problem of Donald. So he's like the perfect blend. No, hold on, wait, no. The perfect blend? No. The perfect brand of duck. We're branding our ducks now.
Oh, we killed somebody.
Cell Technology and Bell also both state that it would be Donald Duck on account of simply being the most raging one. And according to Cell Technology, he's technically a superhero according to the law. So, yeah, that might make this a bit of an unfair battle. Did you have something to say before I go on with chat? I missed like half a mile.
You can catch up.
Lieutenant Lucan says, wait, so if everyone is equal, is it communism part 8? This stupid joke was never funny in the end? And Lieutenant Lucan says he left the favourites tier from his first time here. He made Mir pick a naked lady in Lobotomy Corporation. You know, if you hadn't reminded me, I wouldn't have, faulted you for that. On a side note, new illness discovered, pipe organs. The internal organs are arranged in such a way that they create dramatic music when the sufferer walks. Requires surgery to rearrange the organs. Ugh.
Oh, fantastic.
Aha. Remember my gluten intolerance? Cell Technology points out that ducks can't actually fully process bread.
Oh, they are gluten intolerant.
Aha! So it's all your fault. You fed the duck.
Gonna hire, because this place is a mess.
Tammy also points out that you're supposed to feed bird seeds to ducks. Bread isn't very good for them.
We're obviously missing some benches over here.
I don't want to be like that, but the last time I was at a pond that had ducks, it generally stated on several signs that you're not supposed to feed the ducks at all.
Oh, that's so not Not British.
Not British.
We always feed the ducks. That's what we do. We go to a park to feed the ducks.
Are you like the welfare state for ducks?
No, it's not about the ducks. It's about doing it.
The important
It's about
thing is
doing
to
it.
keep a sense of perspective.
Okay.
Now, stuff this fine song down your ears.
Matthew's trying to solve the duck problem by feeding it more bread until it explodes. I'm pretty sure it was indestructible, so you couldn't feed it until it explodes.
You did
Just
say
get...
immortal.
Yeah, so it would just turn into a progressively larger duck. You're increasing the size of your problem.
Yeah.
To be honest, it would also be wobbling more funny.
Alright, let's pause
More
this
funnily?
while we...
The wobbling would get funnier. There you go.
Office. It's going to be a 4x4 room. So I think what we'll do is we'll tuck it down here.
Cell Technology is going out on a limb here and says if other people find out that there is an immortal duck out there, they would probably be interested in it. So the problem would solve itself. And if everything is the same, then nothing is the same. No, this is not how it works again! Because even the most minor variation would violate... Well, then it's not the same anymore, now is it? And moving on, but also says feeding ducks is rampant in Germany as well, but then again, it is also prohibited here. There you go, I warned you about it. It's against the rules.
Alright, so I think we'll push it up against the wall there.
Is that the turtle head removal?
This is the head office, yeah.
What a positively frightening machine.
They usually are in this game.
Thank
All
you.
machines usually are in this game.
Cell Technology says, let us not feed animals outside of farming operations. Lieutenant Lucan says, there was a short fake movie trailer with a similar idea. A man gets possessed by an immortal human-looking demon, which only he can see. The demon follows him around everywhere and tries to kill him. The twist is, the demon tries to kill him by slapping him with a teaspoon. Can people see the teaspoon? Is he just being assaulted by a floating teaspoon? I'd pay to see that movie. Cell Technology refers to that as a spoony demon. Was that an inappropriate joke? Do
No,
I need to
I
censor
just
people?
like it. No, it wasn't inappropriate at all, man. It's just funny.
Good thing I
just
had my
think-
hand hovering over the censorship button. I need a larger, more dramatic censorship button, preferably one that makes a large noise.
That would just make your life complete, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something intrinsically
that.
fulfilling about the idea of blowing a large horn.
A train whistle, maybe?
I do have a train whistle, but since the last time I tried it out on stream, he told me to not bring it here anymore.
I did. This is true. I was like, no, mate, no more of that noise.
It's not noise, it's music to my ears. Oh, how
Few more
funny.
gold
You got a
stars.
notification on YouTube telling you that Salford Sal went live.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Notifications have worked for a bit.
Aha. So Matthew is suggesting that I could make the noise a large quack.
That's quackers.
Is that a
What did
pun?
Let's turn that around. We'll put a chair over here. And like I say, I've got a little corner away from the door so that the doctor or nurse or whoever it is who does this can...
Yeah, but have you seen the line of pictures? What I assume are
Hey.
pictures of superstars are just drawing the eye towards that corner there. Obviously, you've designed it in such a manner that the patient immediately looks over there.
This is something... What was it called? The turbo plunger.
It looks like a decapitation machine. Not quite as
It's
stylish as a guillotine, but
recapitation
still.
machine.
Recapitation, okay.
I should make sure that this person is next in. Yes, they are. Okay. Are you in second? Yes, you are. Good. You're looking
Cell
not very
Technology
well.
points out that it's a reference and I should not press the button.
You'll probably go home. You're not going to survive long enough.
Well, I'm not going to press the censorship button just yet. I don't have the large sound yet. Well, I do have a large sound, but she's not allowing me to use that one. So I need to find a better one. How would you feel about me learning how to play the tuba? I would only need to learn one note, but still. Maybe one chord. Do you call it chords with tubas?
Bins will become
I
full.
don't know. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Maintenance.
Do we have janitors?
Maintenance. I think he's on his way. Let's see.
But also is
Repairing
asking,
it,
so Mia, what's new in your life? Met any girls lately? Yes, a lot of them, and they're all very annoying. Like, I have one who is very depressed. I have another one who just keeps being annoyed with me because I have a posh accent and she doesn't. Then
There's
another
no need
one.
to tell everybody my little secret, mate.
What? What secret?
I'm insinuating that was me.
That you
Annoyed
don't
at
like
your
my posh
posh
accent.
accent.
Oh, that! Jesus. I wasn't aware that you had that secret. You should be more vocal about it, like that weird other girl. And then there's this weird...
We're the best, boss.
Yeah, fair point. Then there's this weird other girl who just keeps sending me really dumb internet jokes, but the worst part about this is she doesn't even crop them. She just takes screenshots of her phone on something like Instagram and sends me that. And I don't get why. I've worked with her in a group like once, half a year ago, and it's still going on. Why? And then there's another girl who has been refusing my help with assignments over the course of the entire year, and now that she's gotten a bad grade, she's come grovelling back to me and saying, "Oh no, I need your help." So of course now it turned out now that it mattered.
That's not actually true, is it, Mia?
No, it's not actually true, but it would have sounded nice, wouldn't it? I'd offered her help again.
Really? Right, well, there's nobody.
Oh yeah, and then there's this one girl who recently turned rich, or at least she claims to have become rich, and invited me to a weird bean wrap at the local cafeteria or something. It was not very impressive. And to be fair, and I don't say this lightly, the bean wrap was so spicy, I enjoyed some nice carnival at my posterior afterwards. It's not funny, it was a very serious matter. I suffered. She made me suffer.
It's funny because you said it.
It wasn't a nice carnival either. Did we just plaster the room with picture? Gold
No,
Star
I
Awards?
just moved it around so I could put the door there so I can put another room here.
Oh, so already have that?
Yeah. Oh, we wanted it to be a 5-star room after all.
Well done. Well done.
Looks like we might need to start upping the numbers a little bit. We're
Tammy
attracting
says
more and more
ew.
people.
Justifyingly so. But I didn't know how else to express it. I put it in the nicest way I possibly could.
You have feel for patience. That's good enough.
Unless Sal can think of a more timid way of expressing that. I doubt that there is. No, hold on. I wouldn't have to ask Anubis or someone like that. He'd know a more timid way. Then again, I'm not entirely sure if I want to talk with him about this particular topic. Anyway, Lieutenant Lucan says they actually tried to get it funded, as in the movie about the Spoon Demon, but it failed. If I'm interested, I could Google the horribly slow murder with the extremely inefficient weapon. It's a 10-minute short now.
I think I might get this guy. He's got green fingers at least.
What?
And then just put him into doctor
That
training.
sounds unhealthy. Does he have, like, fungus growing there?
Oh, green fingers means that he likes to plant things.
Yeah, fungus growing on his fingers.
Let's put you over here. And
But also asking, what about any cute boys then? You would be surprised, but there were like 3 boys in the entire course that I was actually aware of. One of them was American. We kind of befriended one another and was going really great, and then he decided, I am homesick, I'm going back to America. And then she left. And then he left me. Not she. That was not a Freudian slip, I assure you. And then there was Lewis, who I saw once at the start of the year. He's like some sort of weird comic book artist. And after that, he never came back. I don't know what happened to him. So maybe his comic book career hit it off. Sorry, visitor from Bungle Technologies, rival executive and CEO of Bungle, Sophie Nova. Oh, do they have a new CEO? Has informed us that she'll be visiting the hospital for inspiration soon. She said that Bungle Meditech hospitals have been experiencing some inefficiencies and she needs a fresh perspective. If she's impressed with the hospital, she might share some information that could help our research department.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually a nice thing.
Yeah.
That's like a trade thing, unlike with the other guy who just comes around here and stares at stuff to complain.
Yeah. Or tries to sell us some of his homeopathic poison.
Ew. So Lieutenant Lucan says, has Mia found any cute girls lately? Only in Lieutenant Lucan's dreams. In his own dreams. Why does Lieutenant Lucan dream about me? I'm only mildly uncomfortable about it, but still, I'd like to...
Well, don't you remember Lieutenant Lucan's dream?
There are a lot of dreams happening in my life.
It was, he had he dreamt that he'd found himself a girlfriend in a village, and then he went and stole her.
I tried to repress that memory because maybe I felt bad about it.
2 Point Radio.
Oh, finally.
You are listening to the voice of Nigel Bickleworth, your host and cultural guide on 2 Point Radio. And what a splendid show I have for you today. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, it's time for an extra doctor's surgery.
Cell Technology wants to know if I've met any cute machines lately. No, just the same old, same old. There are no single available machines in the area as far as I'm aware. But also thinks that she likes me. I assume he's referring to the girl who sends me weird internet jokes. And Cell Technology generally finds my response so far very unimpressive. But also points out that Carnival at the Posterior does indeed sound hilarious. Then again, Bill also suggesting I could have just been factual by stating I had digestion problems. Yeah, but that could imply, I don't know, less spicy stuff. I don't want to discuss this topic any further.
Alright, we need another type of diagnosis place. I think we don't have cardiology, do we? No.
Cell Technology is wondering if Lieutenant Lucan is also dreaming of Mia meeting... No, wait. Of Lieutenant... Hold on. Cell Technology is wondering if Lieutenant Lucan is dreaming of cute girls meeting mere men? I feel like that's some sort of weird joke. But apparently Lieutenant Lucan got that reference. Can we hire a lore expert for our streams? I don't know, someone with the charisma of Minty, for example. But also
someone with the charisma of Anubis.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine servicing.
Well, I mean, he's a great guy. He has got some charisma, but you've got that weird children's TV filter on him.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he'd be unimpressed and very unhappy with my carnival celebrations. Which I assure you are completely different carnivals to ones discussed on this show previously.
Doctor to research, please.
Yeah, I would like to. Can I maybe squeeze that over somewhere? Why are we sending a doctor to research? I don't have anything researching at the moment.
He has no other available tasks allowed to do?
No, there was the receptionist was just calling for a doctor to go to research.
Okay, fair point.
But also list of things I like and don't like. Things I don't like. Almost anything you could care to mention. Things I do like. Making lists of things I don't like. More gems on the way after whatever sounds emanate from your radio when I'm not talking.
I love the man still. Bell also has to point out that he also doesn't like improperly cropped images, especially cell phone screenshots. Also, he's asking a minty lawyer for what? So he can bully the opposition into submission? No, I said a minty law master. As in lore, the study of weird references that Cell Technology keeps tossing
lore, L-O-R-E.
Yeah, apologies. I've got a snuffy nose. It's a bit difficult to say things like, there's so much to do with this place, a few plants, a nice picture, some art perhaps, maybe even clean up that vomit.
We accept.
Oh, hey, it's Anubis. Give him all the money, max it out. It's Anubis. We have to give him more.
We've made him happy, that's
no,
all
No,
takes.
he needs to be really happy. Thank you.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to disappoint Anubis. Now give that woman nothing. We have to compensate for our cost increase somehow.
Right, let's see. We've got some not very well people. Finish buying your thing. Spending your money. Very good. Now go home.
Then Lucan pointed out that Cell Technology made a reference to the Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep book, which apparently was used as a basis for the film Blade Runner. And I assume also book. Was Blade Runner a book ever? I don't know. I'm not involved in that.
First in surgery.
It's culture. I don't do that.
Maintenance announcement. Automated snack machines need restocking manually.
Cell Technology believes that everyone can be a lawman if they believe in themselves enough. Well, yeah, but that's why I want to have a law expert or master. It requires a little bit more than just believing in yourself. This is not a Disney movie.
Oh.
What? Oh, heavens. Oh, yeah, that's necessary.
Nurse required in injection room.
Aha!
Do you think the head pops off sometimes?
It didn't work. Oh no.
Well, not with those shoes, yes.
Oh.
New illness discovered. Floppy disks. A spinal discombobulation that leaves the sufferer with very limited memory.
Very good. Gonna need a new surgery, aren't they?
Probably.
Staff training required, and not just now. But we will.
Did I just hear a horse?
No, that was a ghost.
Oh, yeah, okay, of course.
We want doctors too. Who can we train?
Lieutenant Lucan believes that he's pretty sure he could be defeating our lawman by just making references to obscure internet things that only 3.5 people know about.
Of Sir Nigel Reviews, I thought I would brave the so-called wonders of the modern world and attend a 3-dimensional screening at the local cinema. Why one would wish for an extra dimension to such drivel, I do not know. I spent much of the film ducking under the seat. I suggest you do the same.
Nurse to the fracture ward.
Yeah, you're not going to get treated in time.
Well, hit me with one of your obscure references, just so I can say, yeah, you're right, I don't get that, and probably nobody else in chat will. Aha, that's the catch. You need to make a reference that's spread far enough that almost everyone in chat gets it, but not me, which isn't hard. Also not Sal, which isn't hard either.
Nurse to surgery, please.
Just getting rid of some of these people who are not going to survive treatment.
Cell Technology wants to know, how many extraneous experts do you really need if you already have the tech one? Well, that's the point. I need a I need a lawmaster to translate the weird references. The tech one is babbling at me. Bell also is saying, Mia's all like, hit me baby one more time. Was that a reference you got?
Yeah, it's a song.
Oh no. Which song?
Um,
Not that I'd know it,
Britney
or the artist.
Spears. Hit me baby one more time.
So Lieutenant Lucan wants to know, does the Black Moon howl? How many people in chat get this, huh? Huh? Grey Anatomy emergency. There's been an outbreak of Grey Anatomy among season ticket holders at the Slog. As we hit that time of year furthest away from the season, they're desperate for sport and looking for treatment. What? Sport? I always get thrown off by that because I think I am mentioning a TV show. Anyway, they're looking for treatment. Do we have them sent here?
Well, we're going to say yes. And you know, Mia, when you said, are you sure you don't want a drink for stream?
Yes. Yeah, it's fine. It's yours now. It's not like I, the suffering dying man, running on Vic VapoRub and paracetamol and aspirin alone, is the only one who needed it, right?
What?
Publicity update. Sophie Nova has sent us a B-mail to thank us. She used the word billion 5 times and says that she hasn't stopped working since. Bungle are sending us some of their research. Great job, boss.
But hey.
What? Oh, we got 500 research points for nothing that we're researching right now.
Crossbones.
So we kind of screwed up. What? Crossbones? We've discovered a new illness, crossbones. Skeletal rage, sometimes triggered by piracy, requires a fracture ward.
We have one of those.
Is that another joke?
Crossbones, yeah. Well, crossbones is the...
Is that like a reference to crossbows?
No, crossbones is the flag. Skull and crossbones.
Oh yeah, of
It's
course.
the pirate flag.
Oh yeah, crossbones.
Yeah,
Never
let's
mind.
look and see what we can research.
Cell Technology says, probably in response to the Black Moon howling, now we're hunting lions.
We could upgrade one of our things. I think we'll upgrade the injection. Well, no, let's
I think that's some of
upgrade-
the new music. Is it?
Oh, it could be. I don't remember this one. I'll upgrade one we're definitely going to use.
Lieutenant Lucan is now trying to just think of references that only Mia wouldn't get. Cell Technology suggesting spiders. I get spiders. I don't want them, but they keep appearing in my life.
Right, definitely going to have to recruit some more people. High energy, cheese for brains.
But it also says, now be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits. And Tammy says, but it's duck season. And Cell Technology says, might as well be in the reindeer season. Did I just unleash a torrent of bad references that I don't get?
Oh, maybe.
You sound way too excited about that.
Magic +5. You're awfully expensive, but you have got treatment and you can train.
But also says, let the common internet jokes flow.
Wants more money.
Speaking about those, I saw your horrific, disturbing picture in the NIDS public media channel on Discord. You're too late. Potato already sent that to me like 3 months ago. Still, I have to admit it was amusing nonetheless.
Doctor required in research.
Alright, we need to put some benches down here.
Lieutenant Lucan says that's a Red Alert reference if he's not wrong. And Cell Technology says mnemonic jokes are better.
Probably do with a bin or two
Janitor to
around
repair
here.
Jetmaster.
Oh yeah, and I'm supposed to be putting down plants, aren't I?
Apparently your hallways are very depressing.
It looks like we might need a bit more janitorial work up here. I mean, it's true, I have been skimping
Toilets need routine servicing.
on this sort of stuff.
Do patients actually feel better if they see those gross plants in the hospital?
It does,
I mean, like in real life.
It does actually make the well, I don't know about in real life.
I mean, not in this game. I know that mechanically speaking, yes, it does improve the patient's mood, but in real life, does it actually work? Because I remember last time I went to a hospital, for them to just steal some flesh out of me, I did see a plant. And I was wondering, what's that sickly gross thing doing here?
On 2 Point Radio. The sport of kings may be polo, but the sport of gentlemen is played at the sloop. You won't see me there, of course. Far too much rough and tumble even in the stands, but it's nice to know it's there.
I'm just doing a little bit of rearranging because I think what I'm going to do is make a quick copy of this room and just drop it in here. Will it fit? Yeah, it will. Okay. Very cramped, but I'm going to move some rooms over here. Now, what should we move? Oh yeah, we can actually put some of our treatment rooms over there.
Injection room, calling nurse.
Okay. Right, what have we got? Staff promotions. Yep, promote you, promote you.
We need a PANS
Pandemic.
lab.
Oh, good job we built that extra ward.
Well done,
Can ask them to wait. And we'll put a room over here.
Neato. Do we need to have a trained specialist for those? I don't remember.
I think it's just a doctor.
Well done.
4x4.
Lieutenant Lucas says, does it work if I blink one eye at a time? Set Technology responds with defiantly and definitely. And but also accidentally deleted his message instead of sending it.
Oh, whoops. Oh, that's really annoying though. If it's all right if you just put a little bit in chat, but I did that the other day where I'd spent ages crafting an email and I got it just perfect, and it was one of those emails where it needed to be perfect. And then as I was moving stuff around, and it was on my phone, unfortunately, as I was getting ready, I was meant to copy paste it, and I pressed paste instead of copy, and it pasted over, and I'd done it in notes, and there's no undo, and so I lost a paragraph of my marvellously crafted construction. Took that
Yes,
back.
that's me laughing.
But thankfully I got most of it I had most of it in my memory anyway.
It's the only saving grace you have in this context. Bell also has as well tried and failed to send such communiques in the past. Speaking about frustrating things, am I free to bring up a controversial topic?
Is it politics, religion, or nationality based?
How many people here in chat believe in our Lord and Saviour Gabe Newell?
Oh, is this about
the thing from this afternoon?
From this morning? Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but it does involve like
I know,
religious beliefs and
I know
Steam.
that there's a potential flame war.
Right.
But
I want to ask. I tried asking Sal today, but I thought it might also work if I ask for a little reality check from chat here. So I assume the majority of you... Now, hold on. Lieutenant Lucan send a reference. So here's a reference that Sal would get and Mia wouldn't, if he's not wrong. Now he says, Sal was never able to figure out the mystery of cave something. Of cave. Something came out of there and killed a bunch of them. Let me repeat that. Sal was never able to figure out the mystery of cave. Something came out of there and killed a bunch of them. Is that like a Monty Python reference?
That sounds like a reference I should get, and I'm just trying to get it, and...
Well done, you're disappointing Lieutenant Lucan here.
I'm failing miserably to get the reference.
Tammy is saying, sorry, she was away from her keyboard. Was that the question? No, my reality check question follows in a minute. I just chose the worst possible moment to read out Lieutenant Lucan's reference. Also, just to make sure, Belorsa's asking if Tammy's okay if we're bashing Gabe Newell. Or Gaben. And Cell Technology only truly believes in technology, and that technically involves staunch belief in steam and the watery flavor. Ooh. Well, you're disappointed, Lieutenant Lucan. He said some bad words. Anyway, back to my reality check. I assume the majority of the folks currently present here are aware of the recently emerging presence of the Epic Game Store in the online games distribution marketplace. And I never particularly cared for any of... Bless you. Bless you again. Cared for Epic's, huge blockbuster Fortnite nonsense, and I generally seem to dislike the idea of having to install additional launchers, which is probably why I'll be missing out on following Bethesda games due to their insistence on using their silly Bethesda launcher. Point in case being, it's all good and grand for the economy with the additional competition out there, with Epic Games actually being able to pose a challenge to the monopoly that is Steam. However, here comes the caveat. A game that was previously announced on the Steam storefront, that being the third installment of the Metro series, out of which I've played the first two for some bizarre reason. One of them has spiders in it. No, actually both of them have. In one of them the spiders are larger. Anyway, has decided to pull the Metro Exodus game from Steam and offer it exclusively on the Epic Store, and I personally am unreasonably upset about it because I'm oddly frustrated by the idea of A, that being taken away from Steam users, and B, this whole weird nonsensical notion of using exclusive game deals to lure customers into their bloody awful storefront. And now the reality check here I wanted to ask for, is this a reasonable stance to have? Or is it like some weird online personality said recently, just completely unbelievable that people get upset over this idea because an Epic Game Store launcher can be installed so easily and there's no big problem to it. And then there's the grand point about the game costing $10 less, only in the United States, so it doesn't apply to me. Point in case being, I'm frustrated with it, and it makes me really angry. But I feel like, according to this guy, I shouldn't be, and I want to know, do people agree with him? Am I mad? Probably, but you don't need to say it that rudely. Sal had some very insightful points on this whole idea.
Thank you.
I was hoping she would repeat them while we're waiting for chat to catch up and state some of their opinions, but sure, fine, you just place on some vending machines. Tammy's asking, was the game originally advertised to be available on Steam? Yes, you could pre-order it there. Naturally, I didn't pre-order it myself because I'm waiting for reviews to come in. I don't trust them anymore like that. But it's now been taken off the storefront. Those people who pre-ordered it still will be able to get it once it releases, but nobody else will be able to buy it on Steam. But also point out that this is 2019. 12,019, if you will. Outrage about anything is a good thing these days, but then that is the current general opinion, not his personal one.
Another nurse? Oh no, that's a person.
Sal generally recognized the fact that exclusives for the Epic Game Store would probably be the only way how Epic could get a foothold in the games distribution market. It's the only thing they can do, as anti-consumer as it is. She wasn't advocating for the idea.
Yeah. So
I'm already very upset with the idea of exclusives. I mean, all console exclusives out there are just utter nonsense in my opinion. A console these days can do exactly the same thing any common PC can, and the idea that it's just exclusive to that console only pertains to the, in my opinion, outdated idea of trying to sell consoles in that regard. It shouldn't be that way, at least in my opinion, but you can't help it these days. But the fact that we now also have to split the PC market with the same kind of nonsense?
Looking for a fun day out for all the family? I guess.
Yes.
Come to Grockle Bay Zoo.
Do they have an immortal duck?
Monkeys. Whale pigs. And Venusian tigers.
What?
Grockle Bay Zoo.
What?
Hosts no visitor fatalities for 2.5 weeks. 24 hours a day.
It's probably because of the duck.
This is 2 Point Radio.
Cell Technology's outraged about the lack of interesting things lately. Excuse me, I tried by talking about my current social life, which is probably very comparable with a dumpster fire. Sorry, what do you call it in Britain? A landfill?
A skip fire.
A skip fire.
Right, let's send some people home.
Lieutenant Lucan summarized the conversation we just had by stating, Mir said, "Is it fine if I'm talking about Gaben?" Lieutenant Lucan said, "Yeah, that's alright." Mir says, "Blah blah blah Metro game, blah blah blah." And then Lieutenant Lucan would like to state the following: "Bloody Ukrainians with their stupid depiction of glorious motherland." Ah! I mean, it does need to be accurate. Again, the spiders are... I apologize. I didn't mean to upset you by mentioning the game. But I have a very low opinion of the game myself at the moment, if it helps. But also just appreciating the trying to be competitive aspect of it. On a side note, chat isn't very reassuring at the moment. I still feel like I'm in the wrong for being upset. Which is okay. If you want to make me feel bad.
Yeah, my view on it is, and I can, looking at this as somebody who's not interested in that particular game, I was thinking I would quite happily pay a bit extra to have everything on Steam, because I can't be bothered going everywhere and having to go different places to get updates and different things and blah blah blah. I do like the convenience of having everything on Steam. And it would have been very... My attitude would be very different towards Steam if they had if the criticism against Steam was that they were being too restrictive with games. And blocking games from getting to the market, whereas mostly it tends to be that people complain that they don't do enough quality control and they let too many bad games on the market. Well, I'd rather that way round than they fail to allow potentially good games in. So they set the bar too low, they don't set the bar too high. No one can ever get anything quite right. So it's which way round that goes, and I think it's important for a monopoly operator in a market like this that it's that they set the bar too low. So bearing that in mind, that means that they, from my perspective, they're okay. Because they're okay, and they're extremely convenient as far as I'm concerned.
Grammar, do not listen to those who say that language is a flexible, evolving thing. It has rules, and they must be obeyed. Else we exist in linguistic chaos, and civilization will surely crumble. And yes, that split infinitive at the start was a little joke. Ha ha.
Sorry that he interrupted you. Please carry on.
Yeah. So if they're trying to break into Steam's market, and Steam are an extremely successful monopoly operator where...
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine servicing.
We actually need a psychiatrist. Where there isn't any major complaints against the monopoly operator. It's not like, they're a utility company doing utility company type things. They're okay at least. So as a business, the only way that you're gonna get a piece of that market is to do it through exclusives. There's no way, and there's not going to be many companies who've got the ability to do that. But because they have, with the success that they've had through Epic Games, through Fortnite, they can use that as a platform, because that's, with it being a non-Steam game, they've got a platform to base a business model on. It's not that often that we get that sort of thing coming up, so yeah, but the only way they're going to get people there is if they offer exclusives, so I understand why they're doing it. It is the only way that it's going to take off, the only way they're going to capture anyone from the Steam market. And it's not as though we're talking about putting Steam out of business here, we're talking about just elbowing in a little bit and taking a small proportion of the market. Because they're in the market for developers rather than customers. But to get developers, they have to be able to demonstrate that they can bring customers to the developers. Yeah, the only way they can do that through exclusives. Yeah, we didn't cure enough. I didn't think so. We just didn't have enough chromotherapy labs set up.
I think the thing that peeved me the most about this idea was the fact that you could actually have it on Steam beforehand. At the time they released the game or announced the game on Steam, the Epic Game Store didn't actually exist yet, and only after the Epic Game Store came into existence, they pulled a 180 and pulled the game from Steam's shelves.
Warning, try not to slip in the sick.
Oh, I do have a psychiatrist.
Oh, nice. Where is he?
He's working as a doctor. I think we've got everyone working as a GP at the moment.
Fair point.
Right, we need another one of these rooms, don't we? Because it's very
I'm
popular.
struggling to imagine a game that would convince me to get out of my weird obsession with using Steam over
Maintenance announcement.
anything
Automated
else.
snack machines need
Minecraft.
restarting manually.
We need another janitor. as well.
I'd die if they moved Minecraft to the Epic Game Store.
It seems they were
As in
trying to
literally.
provide two artificially created black holes, but the whole experiment went nowhere.
That was a joke. I appreciate that joke. Tammy said it's okay, she'd be upset too. It sounds like they're using Steam just for the pre-orders and then intend to launch it on the platform afterwards. Well, like I said, at the time they released, they announced the game on Steam, the Epic Game Store didn't exist, and they only just changed their mind afterwards. And Cell Technology says, Mir, your personal opinions are one of the many things which make these streams what they are. Which is absolutely bloody horrific, you monster! Go away, we don't want to hear your crummy opinions. Is what I assume Cell Technology would say. It's my opinion, so it must be right, as he just stated. That also says, you could console yourself with the notion that all those other online platforms besides Steam are likely not going to survive because Steam itself is so big already. Yeah, but you underestimate the stubbornness of people like Ubisoft and EA sticking to their own damn launches.
Oh no, we're not talking about doing away with Steam. Was that the comment?
Yeah, that was basically what he implied.
Yeah, Steam's not going away. But what if the market becomes split and they get into exclusives, then it could be that not only do you have to have Steam, but you also have to have Epic Games, because
Attention.
2 Point Hospital.
Anywhere in the hospital will not.
What a crummy example. I wouldn't go to Epic Games for 2 Point Hospital. I'd just go get the old theme hospital out of the bag.
Yeah, you might have to go one place for one thing and one place for another thing.
I wouldn't want that. Like I
Steam.
said, I'm probably not going to play any other Bethesda game again until they release on Steam. That was one of my actual main reasons before Fallout 76 came out, why I wouldn't want to buy Fallout 76. Can we send this Turtlehead guy directly to the Turtlehead station, or...?
He needs to be seen by a doctor first.
Does he? I can see the problem, like, from up here. A crane
Yeah, I know.
operator can tell what the problem is. This guy's missing a bloody head.
What about this guy?
I don't
He's
know.
third in the queue for a doctor.
Well, I can't distinguish all of them. I'm not a very good spyglass operating doctor. Anyway. But also says, I mean, look at Google. They're shutting down their Google Plus social network, the competitor to Facebook, because nobody's using it. Yeah, that's because they didn't organically create a social network. They just tried to force it on everyone, which brewed contempt for it from the very start, so that didn't really help. Also, the name was confusing. It's kind of the reason why, for example, the Wii U didn't sell particularly well, because people were just confused about the name. Like, is it the Wii, but for you? What is this nonsense? Is this a controller gimmick? I assume they took that into account when Nintendo was designing the Switch, or at least I hope. And Cell Technology says, soon they will all fall down. I'm fine. Lieutenant Lucan hopes that we would be able to create more flexible and powerful development tools for indie developers, so AAA developers would lose their monopoly on the market. I don't think we need more powerful tools for AAA for indie developers. They already have the tools they need to make good games. And the ones with actually good ideas and commitment to the whole thing usually manage to make good games. I mean, look at games like Stardew Valley. I said games so many times now in this sentence that the word game sounds weird to me.
I agree, actually. I'm
With the games thing?
compared to previous years. So thinking over the much longer term rather than just this year compared to last year, but thinking sort of this decade compared to the last decade, the market for indie games and the ability for indie games to come about, I think the market's as rich as it's been since maybe the mid to late 80s, when people in bedrooms were creating games for ZX Spectrum and stuff.
Yeah, fair point. Lieutenant Lucan is asking, so hold on, there is actually a limited amount of Metro games on Steam. If the game has trading cards, those things would be bloody expensive. Oh yeah, it was all part of Valve's plan.
Best boss!
Well done. Still no deaths.
I know. Right, that's right, I was
It was all part of Valve's plan. They wanted to artificially inflate the value of their trading cards. Also, but also corrects us. No, he meant that the other platforms are going away. As in, Steam will prevail, but things like the Ubisoft launcher, the Bethesda launcher, and the Epic Games Store will just crumble. Like I said, I doubt that. You're underestimating the stubbornness of these large developers. I mean, Epic Games right now is probably on such a bloody high that their head must be filled with helium and they're slowly floating into the clouds. We could call them an big head. Yeah, that'll show them. Lieutenant Lucan says, but Origin and Uplay are too powerful to pose any threat to Steam.
Yeah, I don't think there is room in the market. Because there is room in the market, if somebody has a way to bring some customers to some developers, and a way to attract developers which can compete with Steam, then exclusives are gonna have to be a thing.
I guess
and
so.
Is
Is that
room in the market for it?
I'd like to believe it, but I doubt that's the reason why console exclusives still exist. People still want to play their games in the living room, don't they?
That's to try and get people to buy the hardware, to try and get people on the platform.
Yeah.
If everything was available on all consoles, then people wouldn't buy more than one console.
Yeah, that's the wonderful future I hope for.
Yeah.
Which will never come. Looking at you, Electronic Arts, here. Yeah, I'm depressed now. Bill also says Sal would know a thing or two about ZX Spectrum.
Yeah.
Laughing emoticon. I could have said XD, but that sounds a bit silly.
Yeah, the ZX Spectrum.
No, XD.
XD. Oh, for the laughing emoticon.
Oh yeah, hold on, that reminds me of a terrible story. In my early days on the internet, I noticed a lot of people constantly writing XP in forum posts. And for the longest time, I didn't understand why they were referencing the operating system so bloody much. It seemed so disconnected to the current situation, but alright, fine, I guess so. At one point, I assumed this is just part of some weird Tourette thing that goes on the internet. You just start developing that automatically.
Right, where are you? You are no longer going to work there. You are now going to work... Where did I put that office?
Bell also surprisingly made the same mistake too. He also says if I only get one type of anything, eventually of the Trabant version of it, what? Can you repeat that please and more understandable? Apologies, I'm sick and dying. I don't have the mental capacity anymore to interpret and properly guess the weird ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs people are shooting at me. Cell Technology, can't wait to type to get those experience points. What? Did I miss a joke? Oh, experience points, XP.
XP.
I'm a fool. Okay, eventually I only get one type of anything. Eventually of the Trabant version. I just still don't get it. I'm sorry. It's alright. You can call me... I can't say the R word, that's offensive. Can't say the D word, that's offensive too. You can call me silly bugger even though I'm pretty sure you're thinking of something more severe.
Right, got some new doctors.
Oh, nobody expects the Spanish... No, hold on. The doctor...
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Well, they stand there like they are, like nobody is expecting them.
Well, we've got enough staff now that I just need to make sure that they are doing some of the right things.
One day, I'll only have, a single thing, which will be the Trabant, and I still don't get it. How do we get to the point where everything I own just compacts itself into one very stylish-looking vehicle that I can't do anything else with? Or can I do all the other things with it? Cell Technology points out it is all word salad anyway. Is this some weird joke at my carroty expense? Nanomachines. Nanomachines. Nanomachines? How do you pronounce that, Sal?
Wow. Nanomachines.
Ah, first try.
Yes. Alright. So I'm just splitting these up into GP's office or anything else. And if they've got something of like psychiatry and surgery. You can go do one of those things. Don't do GPing. You can do GPing, so you can also do research. We'll let you do that. But you've got treatment. Yeah, maybe if anybody's got treatment, I should allow them to do the other things too. Not x-rays, deluxe pans, shock and turtle heads.
Aha!
What?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. If you can have only one type of product, quality will decrease because people are dependent on it and can't shop around for better versions.
Yeah.
I.e., you'd get a Trabant. Yeah, but the problem is you used an example that I cherish a whole lot. So it didn't have the exact same effect you were hoping for, because in my opinion, that's a good thing.
There we go.
Oh, look at that one doctor just running off. Oh, never mind. She just stopped.
Right, everyone's going to run around now and go find their new jobs.
Lieutenant Lucan says, son, you just have to force them to create better things through governmental pressure. Somebody here does 5-year plans. Health Minister visits. Health Minister Tarkin Foxbridge has informed us that he'll be visiting the hospital hospital soon. He states that he hopes to see new and cutting-edge money-making technology at work. If he's impressed with the hospital, we might receive some of the county healthcare budget as a reward. Oh, how joyous.
Very good.
Thank you. His voice still makes me cry every time. Just to force them to do it with force, their cell technology. I've decided I'm going to use a lot of my time now pretending to be him. Use gun force, Lieutenant Lucan. Use the force, Lucan.
Health Minister is arriving.
Right, send away all the sick people.
Okay, I'm done now. Hold on. Send away all the sick people. Does that mean I can go now?
I meant from the hospital because we've got a health visitor. We've got someone arriving who...
Ah, I see, of course. But also cherishes the Trabant as well. He's just not blind to the fact that it was a wholly inadequate product by the 1980s, even though it was supposedly rather innovative when it was introduced in the 1950s. That's just because...
The line under review in this edition of Sommelier Over the Rainbow is the evocatively named K. Shiraz. An elegant little number to be sure, combining the flavor of toasted crumpets, slightly undercooked lobster, and the dew hanging from a flower in a remote mountain region. Recommended if you want to get sloshed in style.
Ew. Okay. Good. Lieutenant Lucan says the nukes are strong with this one. Sorry, the accent was an accident. What I just said was also an accident. Also, may I make mean comments about East Germany just not being very good at building cars because they're doing it naked? I'm asking for permission first because I'm aware you have something about that.
Okay, I give you permission to tease the East Germans for building cars.
You see, the
naked.
problem here is the Trabant would have been a much better car if you'd had gotten your bloody country in order by that time, and more importantly, didn't try to assemble cars while being naked, because that's what you do all the time. Very concerningly. We were right to build the wall. Oh, Bill also just said you may not. It would be great to work in a really spacious environment with lots of luxury furnishing. Something really prestigious would be nice. What do you think?
He wants a cafe. A large
nice.
cafe. They're useless. They don't get enough people in. Not worth the money.
Cell Technology says 30 years of technology is almost like 200 years by that time. Also, Lieutenant Lucan says that we should stop. We're turning into an internet forum consumed by referential humor without any actual humor, where everyone thinks that they're a part of a collective, but truly we're not. And Cell Technology gets that reference! Tammy points out that wearing pants has always been a very useful feature in car productions. Pants, everybody. The Americans got it right. Who invented pants?
Somebody in the Bronze Age, I think. I think before that it was mostly skirts.
No, I didn't say we built the wall. I mean, sure, fine. You managed the wall right. That's because you can build walls naked, I suppose. Sorry, I was supposed to stop.
Yeah, you had one permission slip to tease the East Germans about building cars naked.
No, I had to. Lieutenant Lucan just said, "Yes, me. I give you permission to bully anyone you want." So I had to. I'm done now.
Very good. Who can we chain in General Practice 1?
Cell Technology points out that secretly we're all building walls around us. They must be really small. I haven't noticed any yet. And Lieutenant Lucan says, "Now hold on, that's impossible there, Cell. He can't get that reference because it was original content, everybody." Give a round of applause to Lieutenant Lucan.
Secretly, we all build walls around us.
Yeah, I already said that. I feel like you took a very square approach to my round of applause. I'm disappointed. That thing was funny, in my opinion at least. I make like jokes, I involved geometric shapes, I ticked all the boxes for joking.
Very good.
So did the radio just now.
Toilet at home with chocolate spongy cake balls.
What?
Made with the most absurd
Oh no, not
edible
these again.
substances that science could find for the person about town with more liquids than time. Soak it all in. More 2 Point.
No.
More often. This is 2 Point Radio.
As Cell Technology says, impossible. Here's the reference. Lieutenant Lucan says, what? No, that wasn't how Lieutenant Lucan sounds. Can you give me a very surprised spit take on what?
What?
Don't actually spit.
What?
Ew, gross. I said don't spit.
Okay.
Well done. We're like top of the line comedy humor here. You don't get this anywhere else. You'll only want to wish to die after like 10 minutes. Am I getting too dark? I feel like I'm getting too dark. It's probably because I'm running out of conversation topics and people don't give me enough stuff to read out in chat.
We should shine a light on Mia's darkness.
Oh no, please don't. There's spiders there. Lieutenant Lucan says, but Lucan is also a reference. Are we even real? Are we just simulacrums of people who don't really exist? Did Mir and Sal made us up? That doesn't work. I'm a figment of Anubis's imagination. So if I made up Sal and you guys... No, hold on. If I made up Sal... No. If Sal made up me... No, wait, that also doesn't work. If you're made up by us, then you're also by extension made up by Anubis. And you're all too inappropriate to be Anubis. Let's be fair here.
Have you seen anyone playing darts before?
Probably
she
deadly.
stopped.
Yeah, because you watched. She can't deal under pressure. Where was I? I was on a whole rant about something.
You were.
Publicity upload. Tarkin Foxbridge has sent us a handwritten note following his visit to the hospital. I'm surprised to say that you're actually doing rather well. I don't know how you've managed it, but keep it up, I suppose.
Thank you.
Well done, us. Bill also says, hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again.
Aha, more references. Thank you. You're undermining the stream here with these. Cell Technology says, the meaning of life is to give life meaning through machines. No. Hold the phone here. The meaning of life can be separated into two fundamental concepts. First, matter is energy. And second, people are not wearing enough hats.
Well, I've got this one to be upgraded.
Bins will become full.
How long do I need to wait before people recognize that I just made a reference out of all people in this room?
Well done, Mia.
You don't even know the reference, do you?
No.
It's okay. I'll just cry.
You're on the air with Ricky Hawthorne.
Oh, no, not this guy.
I'm the one who's on the air. You're just listening to me being on the air. You're listening to the air.
We are so close. We only need to get one more person cured in surgery and we get a point.
Wow, it's a new hospital managed in how many streams now? We have a Turtlehead emergency. There's been an outbreak of Turtlehead after a bridge collapsed, causing a number of people to fall into the river bilge and get bitten by its indigenous turtles. There's a group looking for treatment. Should we have them sent here?
Yes.
Nice done. Nicely done. Lieutenant Lucan says, to be honest, you're one of the best streamers he's ever found. You guys are actually entertaining.
Please prepare heart racer.
How? Tell us our secrets, because we don't know them. Aha! Finally. Cell technology made everyone up. Hold on, that means cell technology made cell technology up. I feel like there's a logic exception error coming up. It was all a dream all along. He also says the mirroring of Mir can give me a mirroring. Right. Matthew.
Hey!
Oh, never mind. Dear Hospital Administrator, congratulations. The 2 Point Health Ministry has awarded you a hospital a 1-star rating. Ah, Smogley. I always forget about dear old Smogley. I do not thank you for reminding me of his existence, by the way. My compliments on the development of your surgical practice regardless, although it is rather base as far as practices go. If you're going to insist on rummaging around inside of people, do remember to wash your hands. Continue tinkering with your innards or for more rewards, or go elsewhere and expand your organization.
Cool. Well, we are going to move on to the next hospital, I think, but before we do, I just want to allow this little bit of research to finish, because we'd almost finished.
Oh yeah, nice. In the meantime, Matthew points out that the mere observation of something changes the outcome. Therefore, watching the dart thrower changed the action of throwing darts, causing him to stop.
Yeah.
Well done, Sal. You ruined darts. For everyone, everywhere. But also says sorry, he's looking at cars. Pretty cars. Cell technology then screams cars, probably because they mostly involve technology these days. And Lieutenant Lucan says he remembers one time his father told him that maybe a large portion of his life is just a dream, and he could wake up at any moment as a 9-year-old on one day. And that really bugged him as a 12-year-old. Cell technology is suggesting, well, maybe your father invented a time machine. Ever thought of that? If he did, that would sound like you were still living in a dream. So, be cautious. If your father does travel through time, pinch yourself in the arm or something. Lieutenant Lucan says, you're interacting with your viewers. The atmosphere is wholesome. There are 2 of you, which means the stream is something more than one guy breathing heavily and screaming every time he does. Tammy says to Sal, are you implying that Lucan's father invented a TARDIS? I don't think you invent them, you just rent them.
What's that? Oh, it's a picture of someone's hand. I was thinking that was their armpit. I was thinking we were looking at a naked shot of their back.
Yeah, sure. Just shock me like
but
this.
No,
why don't you?
It's that's like their index finger.
Oh, hold on! Before we move
finger.
on, should we aim to get a cure rate of 75% while we're at it? We seem to be really close.
Well, I need to hold that while we do 30 patients in surgery as well.
Oh, we need to?
Yeah,
never mind.
Usually, I think that's the case anyway.
We need to. Hold on. They just want to have. Oh no, they want to cure 30 patients. I thought they just need us to hold 30 patients in surgery. So I thought maybe we generate a hostage situation where we just shove people into surgery. Oh well, so much for that. Cell Technology says, well, maybe not a TARDIS, but a chronosphere, definitely, maybe. Also, Lieutenant Lucan says, no, it's not possible. His father doesn't have a doctor's license. Which Tammy found funny.
Give that nurse some training in treatment.
Also, in response to Lieutenant Lucan's analysis of our stream practices, this is only possible because... Oh, this is going to hurt me so much because it might sound nice to some misconstruing ears out there. It's only possible because of you people making it all possible with your interesting chat that I get to read out all the time. They make it sound like I'm despising it.
No.
Damn it. I like Miles Johnson, by the way.
Good.
His photo angles are a bit weird, but otherwise he looks pretty good. Reminds me of a Swedish Anubis. What would a Swedish Anubis sound like? You great see all of me, my name is Jesus. No, wait. I didn't just imply that I think of Anubis as Jesus.
So, are you having one of those moments where someone said something nice about you and now you're panicking?
No.
Sounds like.
On a side note, say hello to Azeria.
Hello, Exeria.
There is no X in there. Azeria.
Syria.
Azeria.
Syria. Sorry.
Azeria wants to know if he can, or if they can be a moderator.
Oh, we don't need moderators. I've got Mia.
Hello. We also have the auto-moderator, which is not me, unfortunately. I wish I were. However, Sal has put the auto-moderator into a tiny box because she doesn't like how rude the auto-moderator is to people.
Yeah.
I like the auto-moderator. It got rid of bothersome numbers.
Numbers were bothering you?
Yeah. We don't speak of those numbers anymore. And nobody in chat shall speak of them either.
To all patients with no money, you are now discharged.
But also says he preferred Miles O'Brien. Can you look at our staff roster and find Miles O'Brien? I forgot what he looked like. In the meantime, Lieutenant Lucan says you also don't have a face cam, which makes you less dependent on funny reactions and more on actual commentary. He also can't think that we guys are sentient clouds, which can be a headcanon. Well, it's not just a headcanon. Stop it, Belloso! We are actually a large sentient cloud.
Are you back on the we're really a sentient cloud kick at the moment?
What do you mean, again? I have never deviated from it.
Okay, fair enough.
I have been a sentient cloud in a large trench coat the entire time, didn't you notice? I thought we got that down.
Weather report. The sun is out again. It may be obscured by dark clouds, but I'm pretty sure the sun is right there behind them. And really, just think of the marvel that is the sun. Every single day, without fail, it shows up to light up our streets, warm our faces, burn our ants. And let's not forget about air. Where would we be without that? Stay tuned for the traffic report.
Did he just imply the sun makes air?
I think he
Did he just imply the sun has gas? Oh no, hold on.
No,
it
no,
does.
I think he was implying that we should all be happy for those things in life. Right, okay. Get
Sun,
rid of all of the
clouds,
sick
and
people.
air. Well, he does have a point. We're running low on one of them. I'll let you figure out which one that is.
Little bit of staff promotion.
Cell Technology points out the deviations and procedures are to be expected. And Lieutenant Lucan says, now, there's a mystery of the 172 number. It just gets better. It's not a mystery. It's a painy hole in my heart.
Yeah, we didn't cure enough for them.
Hold the phone.
What?
Never mind, I had a spinny wheel for a moment.
Didn't cure enough of them because it's
What happened to our cure rate? Jesus. Sal, you're
just
killing
sent a load
people.
of people home.
You're killing them.
Yeah, it does kill them when we send them home.
Reminded not to be
Because
That seems morbid.
they did at least have the chance of being cured while they were in hospital, however unlikely it was. But when we send them home to die.
Oh, for crying out loud. For a second there, I thought we were talking about soup ladies.
What?
Which would have been worse.
What?
Let me... Sorry, I'm dying. Let me repeat. We're sending them home to die.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I
yeah,
get
that
it.
reminds me. Sal recently had a nightmare where the soup lady was visiting us.
I dreamt we
Drink.
were on the Nidaway.
Yeah,
we were
and
on
the
some
soup
sort
lady
of-
showed up.
Yeah. Right, cool. Now we've done that, let's go and
Reyes.
have a look at the map again. So we do a quick save, then we quit map.
Lieutenant Lucan wants to
Now
know.
to Duckworth upon Bilge, where recent financial struggles have hit public services particularly hard. So if you're planning to get sick or undergo any operations, I suggest you do that somewhere else. It'll take a resourceful mind and a confident hand to sort out this mess. Any volunteers?
Has this always been a feature?
Huh?
Has this always been a feature? Radio announcements for new hospitals? I don't remember. It's been a while since we unlocked one.
I think that is the last of the hospitals in the base game.
Are you sure? What about all the hospitals in the inner city there?
These are not hospitals.
They've got the big H on it. Clearly they are.
Well, that's the competitor.
But that's not how they work. I'm pretty sure there are more out there.
I think that is the...
We'll see next stream, for crying out loud. I'm not saying it's that time. I'm just saying I assume you will have that Ducksworth Hospital. Oh, Ducks,
Will
we've
we
come
get-
full circle.
Will we get 1 star in... Not sure, because this is definitely intended to be a hard hospital.
Is it because it has ducks? Health Minister Tarkin Foxbridge has requested our assistance. The county's public health system, the 2-point health system, is struggling to cope. Duckworth Hospital, one of the few remaining public hospitals, has lost its administrator. Lord Foxbridge has proposed that we help run this public hospital. Could be good for us. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. If we can meet the ministry's targets, we'll receive some of the county's healthcare budget, but we won't receive income for any diagnosis, treatment, or retail. This could be interesting.
Oh.
Oh, so we need a new
We're running the
flow
NHS.
of cash. Oh no! Well, finally I'll be able to see what it's like from the other side, and then I can blame all of it on Sal. Right.
Pharmacy. Calling nurse.
So,
Oh, hey,
what-
it has some stuff in it already.
let's have a look around here first of all. Let's see. Okay, so there are additional plots. Quite a few, actually. So I'm expecting to build a large hospital here. So what do we actually get cash for then? Let's have a look at these.
They've discovered misery guts, by the way. Chronic
Yeah.
crumpiness due to a nihilistic semicolon.
And mucky feet.
I'm trying to ignore chat, by the way, at the moment. They're kind of going mental.
They are. And monobrow. Okay, so these are the things that the public who go to the public hospitals get. All right, so bunch of things that we need to sort out. We have 250,000. So we've got a pharmacy and a doctor's office and 2 diagnosis rooms. A small ward, a toilet, and a staff room. I suspect we'll need doctors faster than this. Do we have an administrator? Let's have a look at the staff that we've got. 2 doctors, 2 nurses, and an administrator.
Oh, hold on.
What?
He's Keith Duckworth.
Yes.
Is he the original hospital administrator?
Ooh.
Can we look what he looks like? Just zoom in a little bit.
Or we can change the staff member's name. Oh, when did that happen?
That must have been a very recent update. Right, so we need a Burnley Memorial doctor.
Well, I think our admin staff has definitely got to be the
maidman? Oh.
the maidman.
It sounds like some weird munchkin thing. Thank you.
All of our doctors are female.
Well, even better.
So are our nurses. We don't have any males.
I see some hiring practices in the NHS. Anyway, well, that makes naming one of them the Burnley Memorial Doctor even better. Because this doctor is dedicated to remembering Belorsa. It doesn't need to be Belorsa.
Trying to find out what
Lieutenant Lucan was asking quite a while ago if 172 is some kind of code for the B word. Lieutenant Lucan is
No, it is. Oh yeah, Bernie explains.
Yeah,
Mia
but also
made a little mistake and then
would
couldn't
you
live
mind?
it down.
I'm catching up on chat while you're
Sorry.
rummaging around the hospital administration section. But also says that he should have been there. It was glorious. Cell Technology is suggesting that it is code for bone. It is not. Tammy will not say the number, however, but also well. He says 172, then he says 1, then Lieutenant Lucan says, what is the mystery? He has to know. Then Bell also says 7 and 2. Also, Lieutenant Lucan points out that he really doesn't get the joke. Hard British common internet jokes are hard. I don't think it's a British internet joke, it's just a Mir thing.
It's a Mia thing.
It is a Mir thing. But also explains, Mir once uploaded the episode of one of Sal's pre-recorded video series, and he pointed it out on stream. Mir kept deleting his messages.
Yeah, Mia got very upset at somebody noticing that he'd made a mistake. Yep.
Which led to the introduction of the auto-moderator.
So Mia
The words
introduced
172 in combination and separately were now forbidden.
So if anybody posted the number 172, they got timed out.
A glorious invention until Sal realised what was happening.
Yeah, and I banned the auto moderator.
Then Lucan says, thanks. Now Mia would also come for censorship button. Lieutenant Lucan's dead now. He's been censored. Sal Technology is asking, so hold on, this number 172 is wrong order 172. Are you trying to insinuate that I was supposed to make some sort of order 66 joke?
I'm going to have to be careful with...
Tammy points out that
decorating.
she's sorry and she won't go mental anymore. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made such generalizing, sweeping statements. Tammy, you're okay. It also reminds everyone that Mir uploaded 173 before 172. But also is also surprised that Tammy can be not mental anymore. Tammy wants to know, hold on, so what's the deal with the number? As long as they were not mislabeled, what's the big idea? But But also explains again that Mia once uploaded the episode of one of Sal's pre-recorded video series in the wrong order, and he pointed it out on stream, and Mia kept deleting his messages.
Yeah.
Like, episode 173 was released before 172, which was due to a minor scheduling error because I was batch uploading at the time.
And Bernie very kindly pointed it out, and
Mia had a wholly appropriate reaction to it. Sal Technology wants to know, what's the deal with numbers? Lieutenant Lucan saying, yeah, what's the deal with the number 172 anyway? Lost 2 confirmed. I like the show. I never finished watching it, but I liked it for some reason. Cell Technology points out that Belorsa was lost all along. Tammy says to Belorsa, so she's sure that Mia's not the first person to do that on YouTube, and probably won't be the last.
Yeah, exactly. Belorsa, Bernie wasn't...
You're all treating like this is not some sort of cardinal sin that needs to be hidden away, otherwise the reputation of the Pope is going to be ruined.
So
it's clarify, me, I'm the Pope.
To clarify, the joke is not about the fact that Mia once made a mistake. The joke is about Mia's reaction to somebody noticing that he made a mistake.
Yeah, which should have been, people notice that Mia doesn't make mistakes. And I worked very hard to maintain that. That illusion. Bell also points out that the problem is that Mia is German. He needs to be held to a higher standard. Cell Technology is now asking, so hold on, 173 comes after 172? Then Lucan says, 172, haben wir das gut gemacht. Not quite, it should have been 172. The English system with numbers is messing me up just now. 172, meine Freunde.
I'm gonna need a training room, but I'm awfully worried about how we get cash.
I have no idea. Cell Technology wants to know, would one hold a mere Pope in such high regard? Tammy says, oh, okay, but also please stop being mean to Mia. Cell Technology also for some reason says Yikaiku. I'm not sure where he was going to go with that, but there it is. Lieutenant Lucan says, the number 173 has certain meaning to it too. What's the meaning of the number 173? Is that like a general meaning? Is it a meaning just here locally? Is it a Russian thing? Bell also believes he's not being mean, just very demanding. You're hurting my feelings here. My feelings to censor people.
I'm just looking, I'm going on a bit of a recruitment binge because...
Matthew, sorry, go on.
We don't get a new applicant for 26 days. And of course, we're not the only people hiring these people. So, if for example we needed someone with jab mastering or ward management, then we kind of need to get them now. I'm thinking...
Do we get money from cafes?
No, we don't get any money from retail.
Yeah, oh, for crap. Do we get money from snack machines?
No, that's retail.
Oh, for crying... What do we get money from?
From completing the challenges. Apparently, we get money from the healthcare budget by completing the challenges.
For crying. Well, staff morale of 50% sounds alright, doesn't it? Well, usually we solve those problems by throwing money at them, so maybe it's not. Anyway, Matthew says he thinks that the best way to never make mistakes is to eliminate all evidence to the contrary. Therefore, Mia stays errorless. Yeah, that's what I did. I tried eliminating Veloso. And it would have worked if it hadn't been for those meddling Sals. Lieutenant Lucan won't tell anyone. It's just one stupid thing he knows. Oh, why don't you tell us? I'm terribly curious. I want to know now. Also, Bell also asks, Mia has feelings. Well, yes. Didn't you know you can anger sentient clouds? It's a feature.
Well, Lieutenant Lucan isn't going to tell anyone that about U-172, is he? Isn't that the thing?
No. We were talking about 173 with Lieutenant Lucan. That's completely different. Bell also got that reference. Hooray! I accomplished something in my life. Did anybody get the other reference about the meaning of life, by the way? No? I'm disappointed. Tammy points out that No, wait. Someone is a Scooby-Doo villain. Am I the Scooby-Doo villain? Yeah, I'm the Scooby-Doo villain. I did the thing with the meddling Sals. I'm a Scooby-Doo villain. Oh, that's not usually so bad. Sometimes they have nice mustaches. Yeah, Bell also points out to Matthew that Mia tried to get rid of all the errors, but Bell also wouldn't let me get away with it. Matthew says yes. He also says Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. No, that's wrong.
I do like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's a good thing to reference, but that's not where the meaning of life thing came from.
That's from Monty Python.
Oh, so you did know? You should have said something. Cell Technology says, how exciting.
Let's see if we can do any
Lieutenant Lucan could tell us the answer. Would it just make me disappointed? Oh, trust me. On most days in my life, disappointment is an improvement, so go ahead.
Right, I think I've just taken all of our doctors out of away from what they were doing to go and train in a room that's so threadbare that it's going to take them ages.
Well, that's alright. We don't get any money for treatment anyway.
Yeah.
So we can all just let them die. Just like the NHS does. I'm going to have a field day with this hospital.
Okay, I think...
I'm fine.
I think at that point we can just let it roll on a little.
I don't remember if the 172 episode... What? Oh. New targets from Lord Foxbridge. Lord Foxbridge has contacted us with the details of our targets for the upcoming months. See the summary below. We'll need to achieve this if we want to get extra funding to keep the hospital going. Challenge, train a staff member.
Okay.
Oh, well done. It's like you foresaw this.
Which I didn't. I've never seen anyone play this far. I stopped watching people playing 2 Point Hospital because I wanted to discover like the funny puns and things for myself.
Hold on, I've given Sal a special knit Discord title. Oh heavens, I don't remember that. I was probably drunk on power that night.
That happens occasionally, doesn't it?
No, only when I involve auto-moderators.
I read somewhere someone was saying, is XXX not working anymore? I don't seem to be able to access it. And Boris replied, have you annoyed Mia in some way recently?
Where was that?
I can't remember what it was. It was just if something doesn't appear to be working, first of all, start by work on the assumption that you've been banned from it because of Mia.
Question the horrible life choices you've made so far that led you to this moment. Write a letter about them, send them to Mia, see if he ratifies them. Ah, alright. So Lieutenant Lucan points out that the 173 thing is from the SCP Foundation thingy. The number of the first and the original SCP thing, which is that weird statue that kills you if you don't look at it, is 173! I think it's even the first thing that pops if...
all the latest news around the county. Well, would you look at that? Seems nothing at all has happened today. Ah, well, you know what they say. No news is good news.
It's the first result you get if you Google 173. I do actually remember that, now that you mention it.
Oh, I didn't
well
really
done.
hear
Hooray.
that today.
What?
Patients are reminded not to feed the ghosts.
Oh no, do we have ghosts already? Where did that come from?
We haven't got any janitors who can do ghosts.
That too?
I don't think we've got any ghosts. We haven't treated anybody yet, unless there was somebody who was already really sick.
Apparently I called Cell Technology Celsa. Oh no, I do remember that. Oh no, I need to...
Oh, what was
I
that?
need to
Was
hide
that
my mistakes.
Was that a well done, here's £50,000? Yes, it was. One of our doctors has completed his training. Aha!
Lord Foxbridge has contacted us with the details of our targets for the upcoming months. See the summary below. Upgrade to machine. Oh hey! You're
I'm
about to
already on
finish
with
that dude too? Wow.
Next thing I want
The job of the NHS suddenly looks so easy, so how do they get so incompetent?
Next thing I want to do, 8-bitten.
Lieutenant Lucan points out that the number 228, on the other hand, is a completely different story.
What do we need for 8-bitten? Look, patience.
Doctor-patient confidentiality is not practiced in this hospital.
I've got mail. Do you want me to read from my mail?
Sure.
Boris says... It.
What?
I read an excerpt from my mail.
Boris said what?
It.
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 It's like the IT department if it were an article.
Ah.
No, wait, no, it's not. That's not an article. Preposition? No. Aww.
I don't know.
A pronoun.
I don't
There you
know.
go.
I don't know what you're going on about me.
It, he, she, it. It's it.
8.
You're it.
Bitten.
Oh, for crying out loud. But I also said pronoun. I got there in the end before I read it.
Can anyone remember what room we need to cure 8-bitten?
What? 8-bit. Hold on. I can tell you. 8-bit. We need the. Not illness. The resolution lab.
The what lab?
The resolution lab. We might not have that yet. Have we ever cured 8-bitten? I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Oh, that'll be why I don't remember it then. Ooh.
Aha!
We need research? Really?
We're
Wow.
also correct and says it's a personal pronoun even. It's been a while, I'm sick, I'm dying, give me some slack.
Oh, I've just
Not
noticed
literally.
the time. Is that time right, Mia?
Yes, that time's... Don't touch
Sorry.
You
I didn't mean to touch the screen. Oh god, Mia's going to implode. I touched the screen. It wasn't. I didn't mean to. It's just that my fingernail's longer than I realised. I was keeping my finger a good few millimeters away from the screen, but my fingernail impacted.
That's it, you're losing your finger darts.
I'm going to be declawed.
You're going to be defingered.
So, right. Well, we best call the stream to an end then. Which it's probably timely because I need to have a think about. Because to get to a 1-star hospital, I might actually need to go.
Hold on, before we leave, Lieutenant Lucan throws another reference out.
Yeah.
It, huh? Mia, were you involved in the destruction of a demonic clown 21 years ago? No.
That was me.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
went
to
around
be the clown,
murdering
but...
clowns that looked demonic. Which was...
Sal, all of them
Yeah.
look demonic according to you. The birthday parties you attended weren't fun anymore afterwards.
So, reminder to everybody that
Tammy
we
points
will
out that we shouldn't die on
have
stream.
a weekend stream.
Will we? We're aiming to.
Oh no, there is a weekend stream.
Yeah, we're aiming to. We could still all dramatically die.
I'll be going live on Saturday at a few minutes before midnight. We'll probably go live about 5 to midnight, something
At
like
Greenwich
that.
Mean Time, which will be in about 2 hours from now, if you're watching this live.
Yay. Where we shall be meeting up with some friends old and new to start a new thing.
Stop teasing it.
I can't wait for people to see who's there.
Can I reveal
No.
a secret now?
No,
Are you
No.
sure?
absolutely.
It's yellow.
No. Not allowed to.
Are you denying that it's yellow, my friend?
No secrets.
It's too late. People know now. It's yellow. Slaved away weeks on this particular colour, but we finally arrived. Alternatively, if you don't want to watch Sal in the bloody middle of the night and you're a normal person who goes to bed at a reasonable time, or you don't live on the other side of the world compared to us. I'm looking at you here, Tammy. No, hold on. She does live on
She's
the other
not.
side.
Yeah, that she's.
I meant the
not
other thing. I meant Lieutenant Lucan. No, hold on.
he's
He also...
not the other. Tammy and Lieutenant Lucan are
I'm looking at me
either
here.
side of the
Me,
world.
everybody. I need sleep. Ow. Anyway, feel free to tune in on both Monday and Wednesday when I will be streaming Nier Automata and probably Sunless Sea, respectively. Yeah, that was the word. Alternatively, you could also just always return on Thursdays when Sal will hopefully be returning to 2 Point Hospital trying to please Health Minister Tarkin Foxbridge.
Indeed.
Also, there's also going to be a potato stream at some point, but we're unfortunately not entirely sure when that is given due to his current work schedule. But it's probably going to be 8 PM GMT, which will be about 2 hours ago from now, at some point. Thank you for watching
That's
so
right.
far. Tune in soon. Eventually,
Saturday, 7 PM EST.
if you
Indeed.
want to please Sal, do that.
Or
If
a few
not,
minutes before midnight. So we are going live at midnight in the UK, 7 PM in Eastern Time. But I'm gonna boot up just a few minutes beforehand, so that I can have a chat with you guys. Because once I get into a call with some of the people, I won't be able to chat very much. You know how it goes.
it's going to be a big group thing. Was I allowed to say that? You kind of
I
teased
did,
that already.
yeah. I've been teasing that it is a multiplayer.
Aha, there you go. So, you're now from now on the second fiddle, but if you want to be noticed, just play louder.
Right, thanks for watching, everybody, and we shall see you soon. Bye.
You didn't do the weird can't get my mouse out of the screen
I can't,
thing
no,
there.
I've learned I can't do it now.
Ah.
Bye bye.